The house that Jack built on the wrong lot. Cunning Linguists isn't sex. And the peanut beer nut butter fiasco. All on today's episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes!
Welcome, everybody, to 1, 2, 3 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we take 3 stories from the news, write 3 jokes about each story, and decide who's written the funniest jokes. My name is Jeremy Martinez.
My name is Ricardo Leone.
I am Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
I'm Amanda Kerberg.
And I'm Vanessa Flores.
Vanessa Flores, our producer.
Okay,
Well,
listen.
Carly,
Oh my God.
Listen, I gotta
you
get
know,
this
Carly,
in
I noticed that you're wearing a hat
No, I was gonna say today's episode
on your head.
Yes, today's episode is being sponsored by DeJong Bobzio Tech Solutions, your number one company for tech solutions. So,
New sponsor.
It's not delivery, it's the Jabongio.
listen, this is why I have this hat. I'm gonna take it off in just a minute because it looks stupid. But I went on a cruise with a large group of friends a couple years ago, or last summer actually. And sorry, it seems so long ago.
Right. At least the story's concise.
So I decided to make myself a custom hat that had Kastner and Associates on it. And I was like, I just want like a hat that says my last name, but I don't just want it to say like Kastner. I want it to say and Associates, so it looks like cool.
Okay.
And I bought a couple of them for like some of my friends to wear on the cruise because I was like, oh, they'll think we're like a business group. And my friends were like, I don't want to wear that. And then Patrick Belling, who's a friend of the show, he was one of my friends that were on this cruise. And as like revenge, I guess, for me making these hats, he had these hats made up. DeJong, Bobber, and Bocio are 3 of the last names of people that were on the cruise with us. So he had these hats made up for everyone, and now we all wear these hats all the time.
So he took your idea and made it better.
Yeah, and then people got
People
on board.
liked it.
Well, the really sad part about his like
They threw your
revenge-
hats overboard.
No, he ordered the hats too late and they didn't come in on time. So we didn't have them for the cruise. And then he just had like 9 of these hats laying around his house for like a year. And then we went to his house for Thanksgiving and we got them on Thanksgiving. So, anyway.
Well, Carly, you sound like the life of the party.
Absolutely, a couple party animals, right?
Yeah, be sure to take her on a cruise.
I think it's kind of funny to have hats with fake company names on it. Oh, and they just texted me. I texted them a picture of the hat, and they said, I'm not getting Tech Solutions vibe from this picture. Oh.
Well, maybe you should have read that in your head before out loud on the podcast.
Or thought about it in your head or
I guess
something.
I disappointed the CEO.
Well, there's one way to fix that.
Let's go on a
Starting with
cruise.
round 1.
Yeah, me too. What?
Oh, yeah. The one way to fix it is by me winning this episode because I'm telling jokes today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
Rick
then
is-
that means that I'm reading stories.
I'm a go. I've gone to read.
I have a Porky Pig style lisp.
Liz?
Speech impediment. Stutter. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Stutter.
We'll get there eventually. A bearder stutter.
Bearder stutter. There was some controversy, folks, before the show about whether it should be beer nut butter or peanut bearder.
And you'll find out in several minutes.
Stick
Maybe
around.
dozens of minutes.
In 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Round 1. Property owner stunned after $500,000 house built on wrong lot. Anger, accusations, and legal action are firing up on the big island of Hawaii after a construction company built a $500,000 house on the wrong property. The owner, Annaline Reynolds, doesn't want the house and has endured problems like higher taxes and squatters.
Oh, no.
Don't you hate them? Now, to add insult to injury, she's being sued by the developer over someone else's mistake. In 2018, Reynolds thought she'd found the perfect serene parcel to host her meditative healing women's retreat. Cut the spaces between the words there.
Punctuation's a little shoddy.
It's like Christopher walking away.
I just want to say, I think that maybe I make it look a little too easy.
Actually, you're very good at this. You're very good at this, Carly.
No, but Ricky, when you say, "Oh, I want to be the newsreader for an episode," it's not as easy as it looks.
Sure, and the only way to get better at it is practice. In 2018, Reynolds thought she'd found the perfect serene parcel to host her meditative healing women's retreats. There's a sacredness to it. Oh wait, I'll do. This is what Carly would do. She'd be like this kind of There's a sacredness to it. Oh wait, no, she'd do this. There's a sacredness to it.
Why don't you do your own thing,
And the one that
Ricky?
I chose to buy had all the right qualities, she said. But while she waited in California through the pandemic for the right time to use it, the lot was bulldozed and the house rose the property. And the house rose on the property. She was unaware of the construction until she got a call last year from a real estate broker who had learned the mistake. And then he informed... No, there's no of.
Oh.
Take it up with the editor of the story. And then he informed me, "Oh, well, I just sold the house and it happens to be on your property. So we need to resolve this." And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's a lot of fingers being pointed between the developer and the contractor.
You sound like the guy announcing
This is
next
attorney
week on
anyway.
Batman.
And some subs. Subordinate.
Okay.
Joke away, gentlemen.
Joke away.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Who won the last episode?
Jeremy, I think.
I did?
Won the last
Okay,
episode.
well,
Jeremy, would you like to go first or
I guess
second?
I'll just go
Or
first.
last?
Yeah. Buying a cheap lot of land and then someone else accidentally building a house on it, that is the millennials' plan for home ownership. It is the only way.
That's the only way. That's so true.
Carly, would you like to go next?
Hindsight is always 2020. If she would have known this was going to be such a nightmare, she never would have hired approximation home builders as her contractors. But who could have guessed a company with the slogan, "You give us a general area, we build your home in it," would have caused her such a headache.
That's why they're just a general contractor.
That's really good.
That was really good.
I wish I would have thought of that.
In real estate, you just got to remember these 3 words: location, location, something else.
Oh, right.
He was just so into the show.
Yeah.
Guys, are you seeing this?
I was going to use that land for my Hawaii sex parties. Now where are my friends and I going to pull each other's pork?
I hated that.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
The bounce on this.
The Titanic was supposed to be smooth sailing too, until that contractor put that damn iceberg in the wrong spot.
That's really funny.
I'm finished building the iceberg, boss.
Uh-oh, floating away.
You guys like those threads?
Iceberg right ahead, now iceberg left ahead.
All those threads of I put up the canopy, boss. Like you had one job threads on.
Yeah.
Yep. The owner of the lot is understandably upset, so they have to look for a new, beautiful, and serene place in Hawaii, which who knows how many minutes and one afternoon that'll take.
Yeah, that was the only one. Hawaii is such an interesting place. Did you guys know that aloha means hello, goodbye, and oops, we're done fucked up?
That may come up again.
Similarly, on the Big Island, they live life slower, in the moment, also called aloha. which is also the traditional Hawaiian term to say when you meet people, like the lawyer trying to sell your house you never asked for, or the squatters in the house you never asked for, or goodbye. Like to all of them when the judge gives you the house and a shitload of money. Aloha, bitches.
Now the final aloha joke. When the developer asked where to build the home, they were told aloha, which means this lot and that lot. It just depends on context.
Ooh, I think Bob might have had the best take on the aloha.
But I do like the episode title maybe being the final aloha joke. Sounds like it's a detective novel or
funny.
something.
Yeah. The final hello.
Or is it goodbye?
Aloha means hello and good joke.
Ohana means family.
Well, let's find out for certain by going to our resident judge, Amanda Kerberg.
Yeah. So I did not create a rubric as I had planned, but to mix it up a little, the highest points you can earn for each joke this time are 3.
Oh.
Whoa, we all failed?
Yeah. All right. So Carly.
Wait a second. Now that I'm doing jokes, you're lowering my average annual points.
She knew you were coming.
I know. I'm trying to build up
yeah,
a
yeah,
your
glass
stat.
ceiling on this podcast.
Yeah.
Believe women, Amanda. Believe we need more points.
So the general area joke was great, got a 2. The contractor iceberg joke was excellent, got a 3. And then your aloha joke, wonderful, got a 3. Jeremy.
Wait. What? You usually give 4s and that's
No,
like...
I told you the highest
You just
you
said
can
the highest is a 3.
It's just shocking to hear. It's like painful to my ears.
Rick is willing to believe women, but not listen to
I'm
them.
glad I didn't write jokes for this episode because this is going to be brutal.
I get it. Like hearing you got a 3 is just innately like traumatic.
Oh,
You
well,
know.
get ready. Jeremy, the millennial plan, that was for home ownership was fantastic. So that got a 3. The pulled pork I thought was pretty cute, got a 2. And the aloha bitches one, it's not your fault. It's just the crowd didn't love it. The silence was notable. Maybe it went on too long. So I got
Maybe
a
it
1.
is his fault that the crowd didn't love
It
it
was
though.
it was a little too
Yeah.
mellow.
Whenever a comic is bombing on stage, like, it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault.
We had a bad day as an audience collectively.
We're all
right.
thinking about our own jokes.
Yeah.
It takes a family to raise a child. Blame that. Takes a family. Takes a village.
It's a family
you guys
to
around
raise a
too.
child. You know what they say.
I do like this. Rick reads the story and then just leaves. I think that's great.
Okay. All right. Bob, the location joke. Amazing. 3. The beautiful serene place, pretty cute. 2. And then your aloha joke, pretty excellent. But 2, because it was just it didn't come in. I rated the aloha jokes. Yeah.
I'm so honored and flattered.
She won the aloha
See you in
joke.
round
See,
2.
I had thought that maybe Bob would have won the aloha competition,
He
the
didn't.
aloha race.
Wow.
Wow.
He did not.
And now
Oh my
Bob has
God.
left.
And then,
This is
just for
amazing.
fun, I'm going to give a bonus point to the person who had my favorite joke of the entire round, which was Jeremy, because the millennial joke. I
Oh.
love a millennial joke.
All right.
So,
You would.
going into round
You just
2,
got an extra point.
Carly is in the lead with 8, and Jeremy and Bob are close behind with 7.
Okay, boomer.
Nearly half of people don't think cunnilingus counts as having sex.
How many pronunciations has that been?
This was only part of. I have a tricky tongue. This was only part.
Cunningitis.
Cunningitis. That's the episode title. This was only part of the result from research by data analytics firm YouGov. YouGov asked respondents whether a variety of sexual acts counted as having sex. Handjobs and fingering were generally not seen as counting as having sex, with 52% saying handjobs didn't count and 48% saying fingering doesn't count. Cunnilingus was seen as counting as sex by 44% of people versus 40% of people who thought it didn't. blowjobs were roughly the same.
And the rough blowjobs
Too
were-
much teeth. Gay and bisexual men were much more likely to consider blowjobs as having sex, 57%, while lesbian and bisexual women were also more likely to say cunniling is counted as full sex, 54%. That's it. You pretty much think that they would
Agree on
80% or something. A figure that baffled a fair few people.
Newsreaders.
A fair few.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
I don't know.
A fair few people when the results were released last week. While interesting in its own right, the findings have implications for how YouGov designs other sexuality surveys.
Ooh.
Their current definition of sex is sexual intercourse involving penetration, oral sex, or any other activity with another person. Typically,
Any other activity? Badminton.
typically culminating in orgasm. That's how I play badminton.
I like it really badminton.
I take out my birdie.
You know it's a shuttlecock, right?
Yeah. Shuttlecock. Badminton and dirty mitten.
Damn. Shuttlecock.
Right
Not
there.
even-
I'll see you guys in.
Not even.
Maybe I'll whip out my device that you play the game with.
Or
It's
anything
typically
can happen.
culminating in an orgasm, which they note may not be an adequate description, especially given that only around a third of women say that they orgasm every time they have sex.
Still counts. Carly, are you going first in round 2?
Wait, can I ask a follow-up
So
question about
horseback.
this?
Yes, I'm the expert.
It's so YouGov as this. I mean, this is like considered the golden child of like online survey panel companies. Like their samples cost tons of money, like $25,000 or something, right? So they're like really, really good at what they do. Their results are like considered on par with like randomized surveys. Like they're amazing, but they started in Britain. So what I wanted to know, like they do global surveys. Is this a global population or is this British people?
Well, it sounds like you know more about it than we do in the first place. So,
Okay, I have a follow-up question.
yourself.
Viewers, in the comment section, tell us about this study.
Does that answer your question?
Fine. I was hoping someone read the like original longer story.
This was it did seem to have some British isms in the story.
It's a fair
like a
few,
fair
right?
few.
But like
A
if
fair
you're just
few.
talking to the YouGov people, they would have Britishisms. But yeah,
And
Gov, like governor.
No, like governor.
YouGovna.
Govna.
That's their full name is YouGovna.
it was posted on iflscience.com.
See, yeah. I just
feel
want to
like
know.
science.
I want to know. Is this like everybody? Is this the U.S.? Is this the Brits?
Well, here's the good news. I promise, regardless of whether it's the U.S. or Britain, it's not going to matter because our jokes are going to be so stupid. Okay, here we go. Here's the first joke. Wait a second. 44% of people said cunnilingus was full sex, and 40% says it isn't. That leaves 16%. And the other 16% thought that they were ordering off of a food menu. At least that would explain the overwhelming response of yum next to the tossed salad question.
God.
My.
I have a backup joke. If you want.
That's called rimming. It also doesn't count as sex.
I do have an extra joke for this.
You call that rimming? I call it a backup joke.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have dressing.
Well, the thing is, like, my backup joke's kind of disgusting, but I'll tell it later.
Oh, that one's disgusting. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell it after 11 p.m.
Yeah.
The kids are in bed.
Yeah, our studio is a little bit of a, 1, 2, 3 jokes after dark vibe to it today.
You're experiencing darkness in the studio today.
We will after this course.
Sometimes we think we just want to.
Yes.
That was my darkness coming out. We think we just want to. I don't know.
What?
Drive into a crowd of people.
Take it
or
again.
All right.
Something a dark person would want to do.
Rick.
I'm such a light pure person. So that doesn't. Yes. What?
Look at me.
I'm just trying to finish my sentence. And
You
which
can
is
come
done
back in
now.
round 3.
It's already done.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Tell me how many fingers am I holding up and
All
if
of
it counts.
All of them.
All of them.
Your joke the whole
That
time.
was a joke. I'm trying to get this fucking asshole to just like play along.
Like, wow, he is really like leaning into reprimanding.
I thought it would be an easy It's like, hey, Rick. Yes.
That was really good.
I don't know why I expected Rick to just kind of pay attention.
Many fingers and
Thought he'd play along? Come on.
Yeah.
I'm in the Carly role today, so I'm not paying attention whatsoever.
I always play along. Sometimes I'm even given parts to read.
And now, after 10 long minutes, it's now Jeremy's turn.
All right. What the hell is this story about now? And also, according to the study, only % of respondents counted holding hands as sex.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that joke. That's so cute.
Fucking cuck.
It's so
I'm sick and tired of the me percent.
I'm a cuck because I'm holding her hand while some other guy is
fucking her.
fucking my wife.
I've seen those videos.
It's sex.
It's odd that they're saying all these super sexual things aren't sex. Cunnilingus, blowjobs, eating a pizza by myself at 6 p.m. on a Friday.
That does culminate in orgasm for you.
I did not
They're all
have a
sex.
pizza.
At 6 p.m. by myself.
Now, that man might come up later as well.
Well, yeah.
He'll come up. He's lying on his back. So.
Yeah.
That's how I got on the dress in the first place.
The number of people who believe eatin' ain't cheatin' has gone down the way they likes it.
That's
I never heard about that. Eating eight cheating.
me neither.
Here, read this. You got to come to the meeting.
A loophole for my goop hole.
What are you doing at 6 p.m.?
Poop in the front, poop in the back.
Friends of Ashley Madison. In my relationship, half of us think cunnilingus counts as sex, her, and she's not shy about telling me over and over again, which I love because half of us are turned on by statistics.
Oof.
Yeah, that's bad. That's like a 3.
Their current definition of sex is any sexual activity with another person culminating in orgasm. So Rick and Bob are both virgins? Wait, don't you guys have kids?
Oh, guys.
Okay, let me do my backup.
I was going to
joke.
shit on it, but like my son was delivered by storage.
Let me do my backup joke. Amanda's gonna hate this. Okay. Hey Tracy, when are you finally gonna grind up on this dick? Ew, Chad, you know I'm not ready to go all the way yet. No, Tracy, it's only sex if one of us orgasms.
Oh, you know what?
You know, Carly, sometimes it's like we make it look easy, and it just kind of is a lot harder than it looks.
I had that locked up in there.
wicked.
I didn't know when, but that
Now
was
he's
a good
got blue
opportunity
balls.
for it.
Again,
That was
Only
a
get
really good
better with
opportunity for it.
practice.
That's right.
I will say, Carly laughed a lot at that joke.
Yeah.
Well, I actually had a different version of that joke.
You had a backup to your backup joke?
That was the. I'm not going to get into
Okay.
it. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
It's not
That's
good
all right.
enough for the listeners.
Can't wait.
It turns out that Bill Clinton did not, in fact, have sexual relations with that woman. It was close, but no cigar. Well, now that I think about it.
Damn.
Okay, Jeremy, you got one more?
Yeah, huh? Cunnilingus counts as having sex, huh? Guess I'm not a virgin after all. Up top.
Oh, I was going to
Oh, too slow.
Carly was too slow.
Oh no!
Carly and I just had sex.
On camera.
Oh, man, guys.
It turns out Jeremy and Carly are one pump chumps. All right, Amanda
Sounds
Kerber.
kind of great, actually.
Yeah.
Just one pump, each of you, and that's it.
Just one quick high five and then you're done. I would have sex
You can
way
have
more
so much
often
more
if it was
time in a
that.
day, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Amanda Kerber.
Yeah, yeah.
How did the points shake out? In that round?
Very unevenly. Jeremy, me percent, loved it. 3. Statistics, 1. Not a virgin.
How do you like that statistic?
1. So you close the round with 5 points.
You're ruining my year-end stats.
I know.
Oh, stats. Stats.
That certainly will not help your cause.
That was a valiant effort, I think, though, to like
That's what she said.
try to pull that joke up
I did. I think I did it.
Yeah.
valiantly.
Yeah. No.
Failing valiantly.
Okay, Carly, the yum tossed salad one, eating a pizza by yourself.
There's a lot of food in this one.
2,
Tossed salad and slices of pizza.
Our sex.
and then
Oh, baby, I hear your moans and groaning.
the Rick and Bob being virgins was a 1. Your backup joke, I gave a 1. So you also closed the round with 5.
Could I get an extra point for doing the original version of my backup joke?
No. Bob had a stellar round. There was the how many fingers joke. That was a 3.
Not fair. He said sex before.
Nate cheating. 3, and the close but no cigar, 3. So Bob closed around 9, and Bob earned the extra bonus point for the how many fingers joke, which was my favorite of the round. So going into round 3, Bob has 17, commanding lead. Carly with 13, Jeremy with 12.
All right. B for victory. Not yet. Not yet.
You guys
It's
all
not
doing
time.
that was so cute.
Florida brewery under fire for its EpiPen peanut butter ale. Uh-oh. Submission by Eric Rendelman.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
What is with all the Erics?
My
I
Rendelman.
told you. So
You're right.
Eric has actually been on the show before many years ago. He was
Yeah.
a judge on the show. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it's another Eric. We got to get all the Erics on
Yeah,
at the
all
same
the
time.
Erics. Yeah.
I say, oops, all
Absolutely.
Erics.
Oops, all Erics.
The Playa Linda Brewing Company in Florida first launched its EpiPen peanut butter ale several years ago, but has attracted widespread criticism after it posted a photograph of the beers for Peanut Butter Week. What you guys do for Peanut Butter Week this year?
I just ate a tub of peanut butter.
What did I do for peanut butter week?
So much peanut butter all fucking week. All right. The choice of name for the 5.3% alcohol BV. What does it stand for again?
By volume?
By volume. Peanut flavored ale has been called insensitive, with one TripAdvisor commenter who visited the Playa Linda brewery writing, "Walked out when we saw the EpiPen peanut butter beer option. I'm guessing whoever thought it was funny to name it that and had never seen their child almost die from an allergic reaction. Disgusting." Other commenters have been praised for the dark humor of the beer's name, with some even applauding the transparency of the ingredient list, as the name of the ale could serve as a deterrent for those with serious nut allergies. I'm all for it. Complete transparency to the point of blatancy. Well, one parent whose son has a nut allergy. These kids aren't going to be drinking no fucking beer, you dumb fucks. This would stop my son from
Not this
drinking
beer.
the ale. This would stop my son from drinking the ale.
What? Yeah.
But
Following-
even if it wasn't called EpiPen, like it's still a peanut butter beer. Like if you're drinking this beer and you have a
Also,
peanut allergy,
it's peanut
what the
butter
fuck is
week,
wrong
so
with
maybe
you?
stay home for that whole week.
Just lock your
Just like me on Shark Week. That's how I'm alive today.
Amanda is massively afraid, allergic to sharks. Like just even seeing them on TV.
And if I even touch a shark, I just break out into blood.
Is there shark in that sandwich?
We're a shark-free restaurant.
Are you sure? Following backlash, which branded the brewery discriminatory and ignorant. Wow. The ale has been removed from the website and at least one Facebook post relating to the product deleted from Barwell's account.
Ricky, maybe the problem isn't your Porky Pig, what did you call it? Lisp?
But
maybe it's the fact that you're wearing sunglasses inside and reading on your phone.
these are the kind that don't make it that much darker.
They're Porky Pig sunglasses.
But are you old enough to where you need reading glasses now?
All right, that's all, folks. Let's hear the chat.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
am I starting?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, it's kind of long, so I forgot. We're very sorry about the insensitive beer. Perhaps you'll like this one better. It's called Pipsqueak Brew. It's a very weak and pale ale. We stuff it in a locker for freshness.
So an EpiPen is the thing that will save you if you drink the beer and you have a peanut allergy. I feel like all foods would just be safer with this kind of warning system. How about toilet broccoli? Toilet milk, toilet ice cream,
And the like.
toilet burgers, toilet fries.
Can you eat anything?
All things I'll need when I eat them.
Does the toilet save you?
Oh, it
Yes. Listen,
You have no idea.
what
By the
happens
grease
when there's
of
not a
toilet go
toilet
I.
available after eating those foods is woof. Ricky knows what I'm talking about.
I've seen Carly shit all over the place before. It's not pretty.
Toilet gluten.
The beer will go back to its original name, Nutty AA Relapse Ale.
I like it. Nutty.
It's nutty. Back to step one.
The beer that will make you apologize.
And the lower calorie version, AA Light.
This is me again.
Yeah.
Due to this incident, they scrapped their plans for an upcoming shellfish brew, which sounded so good. It's too bad.
Shrimply beer. Shrimply the best beer.
Shrimply the best.
See, if you had done that,
I didn't think of it.
waiting. I was waiting.
If only you had said Shrimply the best.
It's clams light when the corals turn blue.
All right, how about this? Shrimply the best.
Okay.
That's the name of the beer that I wrote.
All the rest.
Ooh, everyone is so sensitive about this EpiPen beer, but no one seems to give a fuck about heart attack burgers. And don't even get me started on a ghost pepper. Clearly, these people have never been murdered by a ghoul. So insensitive.
You know, I was trying to think of a joke like, "Oh, my son will not drink this because he is afraid of ghouls."
Well, he was
Anyways.
murdered by a ghoul.
He was murdered. My son was murdered by a ghoul. They also have a drink called Single Dad Brew, which has a higher alcohol content and notes of your wife is about to leave you.
But he's already single.
No, Single Dad Brew is what's going to happen if you drink it.
It's an aspirational. Oh, right. Like, because an EpiPen is also what's going
It's
to
what's
happen.
going to happen, what you're going to need.
I don't
So.
know.
Best.
Well, see, this
Better than all the rest.
is why we spitball before we put it out there in the market.
That's right. That's right. Focus groups. Focus group.
I tried that earlier.
What? Shrimply the best? Huh? I love it.
I was going to say that one person was a little too sensitive, but then I remembered how upset I got as an asthmatic when that weed company came out with a chronic lung disease strain. Very offensive.
Peanut butter. Makes me think of PB&J, which brings up the age-old question. What is the difference between jam and jelly?
What?
What?
I can't jelly this needle into your leg after you drink my beer.
Good Lord.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
not having sex with you
Nice.
again.
Nice.
To your floor, I
Been there,
touched
done
your
that.
hand.
Nice job, Carly. That was beautiful.
And is that it?
I got one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they have this one really interesting beer called Unfriended Ale, which is a really interesting backstory and crazy brewing process. Plus, the flavor profile is very unique. So they start with the, hey, where are you going?
I like that. Amanda Kerberg, did you like that or anything else in this?
I did. I liked it. Yeah. just like
She liked Shrimply the best.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Which was
not
not a
I
joke.
didn't write that. That's the thing I saw on the internet already.
Oh, you saw it?
I was using it for.
Rick, you're copying me. You're copying the
my
internet. Is anything about your
Not
performance
appropriate.
today original?
Copying
Do
Roy
you even
Orbison.
go here?
Do you even go here, Rick?
Do you even lift,
Okay, let's start with Bob.
bro?
Bob,
I
we
carry
started
the
with
show
your
all the
week
time.
and pale ale, which was kind of cute. Gave it a 2. Your shellfish beer, no, 1. And chronic
Shrimp it
lung
ain't easy, I
disease
gotta say.
Your shellfish behavior has not given warranted points.
chronic
Makes
lung
me clam up.
disease. See more of that.
Yeah, well,
It's too late.
CSEA.
And then chronic lung disease was, pretty cute too. And Carly, toilet fries.
Toilet ride.
when I think of your jokes,
Yeah.
I can't just have one.
I love toilet fries. They put
liked
like
it.
carne asada on them.
let's not get
No.
into this.
All right, I liked
Blamio
it. I
beans.
gave it a 2. The ghoul murder one was kind of cute. Gave it a 2, and then the jam the needle in, like wonderful.
Thank you.
That was a 3.
Best joke of the day
Jeremy.
for you.
The nutty AA relapse was so good. I gave it a 3. The single dad, I got a little lost, but I was so on board with the premise, so I gave it a 2.
It's hard growing up with only
And
a
then
single
the one
dad.
where you just went on and on, I got a little lost as well. But I gave it a 2 because the crowd seemed to like it, and I wasn't paying attention.
That's why it was called Unfriended Ale
Right.
Yeah.
in the jokes.
Yes.
You get it now?
Oh, that means it's a 5.
And I didn't think people laughed at it either.
I thought it was cute. It's
Bob
like
liked it.
that person
liked
that
it.
can't
He's
just
near
drink
me,
their beer
so-
and shut up. They have to be like, hey, did you know
We
where
get
the
it.
hops grew on this? And like no one gives
We
a fuck.
get jokes.
I
Thanks,
think
Carly.
that the performance was really good. I don't like. What was the other stuff that you were
Guys,
saying?
it's
It's a really interesting process. Why was that like?
Well,
they
that's
didn't
why
like
we're
him
not
because they
friends
knew
with Jeremy
about.
anymore.
Oh.
guys, I didn't win this episode. Let's move on.
Okay, and so Jeremy, you got the bonus point. For the nutty AA relapse.
Oh,
that
right.
was so good.
I hated that joke. Am I the only one?
I like
Yes.
the other one better.
So we closed the round with Jeremy won the round with 8, Carly with 7, and Bob with 5. But it was not enough of a difference to topple Bob from winning the episode
Topple Bob.
with 22 points.
Wow.
Carly and Jeremy tied with 20.
Okay.
Wow.
I
Congratulations.
not only lost this episode, I had to have sex on camera with Jeremy in front of his fiance.
Twice.
It's okay, we were just holding hands.
Well, above the table, we don't know what's happening.
So what's going to happen? Who will topple Bob? This sounds like a really good reason to keep subscribed and watching our show.
There's more in
And
this
listening.
episode.
But I'm just saying, reminder right now.
Now, normally we would go to Carly Kastner for a burning question. Are we going to keep with that tradition?
No, I say Ricky got to do the
Yeah.
burning question today.
I think so.
I've got to make a new graph.
Oh, but this is going to be a burning questions.
It's going to be beer-ning question.
Beer nut
Peanut
butter
beer.
question.
Yeah.
So, keeping in line with the Shrimply the Best, which was not owned by me. Have you ever
Just popularized.
kind of like maybe even accidentally
Yeah.
used a joke that wasn't yours, or just like did a joke that was just like too fucking corny?
Okay.
And maybe you do it all the time.
When I was doing stand up, I was accused. I told you guys this before. My ex-boyfriend accused me of stealing a Louis C.K. joke because I literally
My fucking
said,
kids.
I said the words, I hate myself. And he's like, that's a Louis C.K. joke.
That's
I'm like,
ridiculous.
every comedian
Every
hates
comedian hates
themselves.
And then
Yeah.
you made him watch you jerk off.
I was so annoyed by the accusation of like people that are legitimately stealing other people's jokes, like verbatim.
Yeah.
And all I did was like profess the amount of hatred I had for myself on stage.
Sure,
and
but
somehow
I
I'm now
also,
Louis
I mean,
CK.
like in everyday life too. Like in everyday life, you're kind of like corny, you know, so like
You specifically.
There's something I totally stole from my dad, and people love it. And I gotta say, like, I did not come up with this. My dad did. But when people call, like, say if Bob calls, I'll say, Bob Timmons fan club. This is Carly. How may I help you?
That's cute.
And I got that from my dad. I don't know where he got it from or if he made it up.
That's
but
adorable.
Yeah.
If I ever answered the phone, I would use that.
yeah, right. Scam likely fan club.
That's so brilliant. Next time a scammer calls, I'm gonna say scam report hotline.
Yeah, that would fucking throw them off.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
But they'd probably more likely just be like, hello, you must report yourself to the police.
No, this is a live person.
This sounds like Rick, actually. This is a live.
When Rick calls me, I do answer scam report hotline. How may I direct your call?
It's like, Jeremy, this is Rick.
This is
See,
Rick.
Yeah, you throw him
I
off.
see, this is the hacky shit you do. Just make fun of me. Hang up on me at the same time.
Well,
Yeah, but I didn't get that from anyone else. That comes from deep within my heart.
that's an original. Not knowingly. I'm sure that there's been a lot of stuff where it just kind of seeped into your head and then came out. But I can't consciously think of one. Maybe when I was a kid. Because when you're a kid, you tend to just kind of you do the jokes you see on TV.
I know. I actually was a hacky child.
Yeah.
I didn't get booked at
Take
all
my
when I was
life,
a kid.
please. Hey.
Yeah, Robert, you used to tell all these jokes about how the kids should pull their pants up and
Yeah, continue.
yeah, stop. You know, that was
And
it.
then you should get off
That
their
was
And
it.
that's, all,
ear
and that's
stuff.
all I did.
That's all you did.
Nothing happened after that.
Nothing happened. I think I've stolen material from my dad as I was growing up.
Was he funny?
Yeah,
Okay.
my dad's a funny dude.
Well, it must be nice.
Yeah, wow. Can we get Jeremy's dad on the show?
Actually, I was thinking, I told my dad he needs to come back. My dad's been on the show before.
Yeah.
And I think Jeremy and my dad should come on and do
Okay, so
Father's
are we
Day.
going to have a dad's episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your dads are going to like...
Oops, all dads.
I think, and you two are dads too.
My dad is... doesn't love me. But
You're a dad. You are
so
a
it'll
dad.
be me and then your guys'
Yes,
Yeah,
dads.
I bet
Oops,
my
all
dad would
dads.
do it. He'd be the annoying,
Actually, I think
though.
that might work. All right.
For Father's Day.
I will take off that one.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Half the crew here.
Vanessa?
Nope.
All right. She's got nothing but original material.
Only original material.
I
for
believe
Vanessa.
that. This is an original.
Not anything off the top of my head. I reference a lot of like movies. Like my sister and I will like tell jokes from movies, I guess, a lot between each other that we like. But that, like, in terms of borrowing someone's jokes, or I can't think of anything immediate.
Well, when we have lunch, I do notice Vanessa like scribbling down stuff
Yeah.
while we're riffing.
I'm like, oh, that's so funny.
And
Say it
then she
louder.
puts that into AI and says, "What's the opposite of this?"
I gotta tell you guys something. Like, I'm serious. Like, years ago, I walked into a Target and I was like in shock.
Target.
I was in shock.
Is that mine? Was that original?
I was in. Yeah, I was like, I'm the Target lady. And then I saw it on SNL, and I was like, the fuck.
It was right after my audition too.
I know. And some lady was in the room and was like, that sucks. No one will ever love it. Okay.
No one will ever love it.
Or you. And then I quit comedy forever and joined this podcast.
And this is why she hates herself.
Quick comedy
So
enjoying
weird.
this
Wow,
podcast.
that's Louis C.K.'s entire life story.
Oh, fuck, I even stole his life story. And I just got sued for jerking off in front of those people. So I walked into a Target years ago when they had just started like kind of transitioning like their style of clothing. And I was like, oh my God, the 90s are back. Like, this is so crazy. And I posted about it on Facebook. This is years ago. And now
In the 90s.
lately, all I'm seeing is these videos from millennials posting on Facebook and on Instagram videos of them in Target, like, whoa, what decade are we in? And I'm like, bitches, I did that joke years ago. You stole that from me.
Okay.
when I was original. But I'm saying I actually really did like think of that joke before I saw a bunch of videos of it, like years
I
later.
know, I believe you. Yeah.
All right.
I think people are trolling me and stealing my jokes.
Aw.
Yeah,
Because I'm not famous, and so
that's
famous
not
people do
conspiratorial. It's self-delusional. All right.
Illusions
Well,
of grandeur.
speaking of delusional, we would love if you joined us on Patreon. For only $3 a month, you can get our entire back catalog of video
Stolen
episodes,
content.
audio episodes, everything we've stolen from you, Bill Cosby and Louis C.K.
No.
No, I didn't say we stole everything from Bill Cosby.
Let me finish.
Just his roof.
There's a little logical fallacy you guys made there. But please, anything you can do to support the show helps very much.
Yeah, the problem there was our interpretation of what you said.
That's always the case. That's why I had a great joke that that you guys had to apologize to me for not laughing at.
Yeah. In there somewhere was you can support us on Patreon. And for just $3 a month, you get our entire back catalog of episodes.
I thought I did a pretty good job.
You made it seem like we do really creepy things on Patreon.
Special episodes such as episode 265 with our guest Adam Hadlock. It was a very funny episode featuring a pile of pennies,
Oh, hell yeah.
I remember that.
a cat's second life, and a prank for all seasons. I don't remember any of that.
I remember
but-
the pennies one was a guy paid for something, or a guy got his paycheck in all
And-
pennies.
All pennies? An
Yeah.
entire paycheck?
Like
Yeah.
dumped in wheelbarrows on his driveway.
And covered
Yeah.
in oil or something
That
weird.
was, yes, and covered in oil. That was
Yeah.
the extra
Wow.
horrible bit.
So
And-
you can watch and listen to that.
Hilarity ensued. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Shrimply the best.
I'm Bob Simmons.
I'm Shrimply the best, not TM.
Hey, we can't both be the best.
Yeah, but
Shrimply
minus
or
TM.
otherwise.
Minus TM.
I'm Amanda Kerberg, and I'm allergic to
I'm Vanessa Flores.
This has been another episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes!